Ever since the acquisition of Star Wars by Disney, for majority of that time, and majority of the things that Disney has released has been absolutely woeful. I reckon that is a couple stuff, like I have to go against you because I know that most likely if you're a Star Wars fan and you're watching this, you're going to be like, Donnie, everything that Disney has released is absolute trash. And I will say there has been a good few things, and I'll probably mention them throughout this video, but it's not been all trash. But majority of it has been, especially the movies. Like when it's come to some of the TV shows and the video games and whatever the other type of media that may be released, those are very much touch and go. There are some that have been really good, and there have obviously been some that have been a bit mediocre. But when it's come to the films, 100% they have been absolute trash. And one of the reasons why I would say that this has been terrible is Kathleen Kennedy. She is the head of Lucasfilms, and I would have to say that she has not made some very good decisions over the years that she has been the president of Lucasfilms. And she came out in an interview, and I saw this on an article of IGN, and she said that Lucasfilms boss says women in Star Wars struggle with toxicity due to male-dominated fan base. When I first read that, I already knew the rabbit hole that this was to go down. So this is the quote by Kathleen Kennedy, and we're going to get into this, and I'm going to rip this shit apart, because this to me is absolute bullshit, especially majority of it. Operating within these giant franchises now with social media and the level of expectation is terrifying. I think Leslie has struggled a little bit with it. I think a lot of women who stepped into Star Wars struggle with this a bit more. Because of the fan base being so male-dominated, they sometimes get attacked in ways that can be quite personal. Now, she is obviously referring to, and we already know, referring to the backlash that some of the female characters have gotten within the Star Wars universe. Now, when it comes to the person that she mentioned directly, that being Leslie Headland is the person who is currently directing, the executive producer, and the writer and creator of the new show that's coming up with The Acolyte. Now, there has been a lot of skepticism around The Acolyte. Obviously, you know, a lot of it is granted, especially in that recent interview with one of the actors who was in Acolyte and stated that Anakin blew up the Death Star, killing a lot of people.
Well, Anakin just killed a whole Death Star. How many people died on that?
Obviously not knowing nothing about Star Wars whatsoever. And when it comes to hardcore Star Wars fans, as you can see in the background, now I am obviously going to have a very strong opinions about this subject because, like I just showed you, I'm a extremely massive Star Wars fan, and I have been for a long time, for pretty much my entire life as well. And having that guy come out in that interview and stating something that's completely wrong and not even knowing about the medium that he is in is obviously not good whatsoever. Now, I still do have hopes for The Acolyte. I am not that much of a hardcore Star Wars fan, and not one of those Star Wars fans where I just come out and say like, whatever they release now is going to be absolute trash. But I hate that she's coming out and talking about how, you know, it's just about if you're a female within the Star Wars universe, it's going to be a lot harder than it is because of the male-dominated space. Now, when it comes to the Star Wars fan base, yes, it is obvious, and it is probably true, that majority of the fans of Star Wars are male-dominated. We don't just hate the female characters within the new Star Wars because they're terrible, because they're women. We hate them because they're terrible. We hate them because the storytelling is terrible. Rey Skywalker, which every single time I say her last name makes me want to absolutely throw up. The reason why people hated Rey so much was not because she was a woman, was not because Daisy Ridley, no. People hated Rey because the storytelling around her character was horrible. It was terrible. There was no real good character development. It's like she was just chucked into the Star Wars world, not given any real character development, and she was just made strong for no reason whatsoever. It felt like from the first movie to the third movie that she just went from like absolute nobody to one of the strongest characters in the universe. Another great example of terrible storytelling within the new Star Wars movies is this bitch right here. Oh my lord. I don't care what this person would have been. I don't care that she's a woman. She could have been a dude. She could have been fucking played by Arnold Schwarzenegger. She could have been played by the greatest male actor ever. That character was horrible. Absolutely terrible. The storytelling in The Last Jedi it's the worst Star Wars film ever released. The whole entire movie could have been avoided. There were so many scenes in that movie that were absolutely pointless. If she had just opened her goddamn mouth and told the plan from the start, what was the point of hiding it? Well, there was no point in that. And you think it's just female characters that we didn't like? Snoke. Oh my... They did this man dirty. And the first film, like, everything was fine in the first film. When it came to Rey, everyone was just like, hey, Rey seems like a good character. It looks like she's gonna... Hopefully they develop her really well. Snoke seems like a good character. We hope he's gonna develop really well. They butchered him too. He's a shit character. Everyone hates Snoke now. No one can fucking stand Snoke whatsoever. He's one of the worst characters ever to be in the Star Wars films. And you're making it out that we just hate female characters. I can name so many female characters within the Star Wars universe that the Star Wars fan base love. Princess Leia. Legit, from the original trilogy. She's one of the greatest female characters, not just in Star Wars, but in fiction altogether. She's an amazing female, a strong female character as well. And we love that. Padme Amidala, one of the most beloved characters in the whole Star Wars universe. Asajj Ventress. And my favorite, by hands down, Ahsoka Tano. I legit have Ahsoka Tano's lightsabers. You want to know why people like Ahsoka Tano so much? Is because she had great character development within the Clone Wars TV series. And she had great stories put around her. Like, she went from this stuck-up Jedi Padawan, who everyone was like, man, she's so annoying, had certain things happen to her in the show where it made her come down to earth, made her humble herself, made her a great, wise Jedi. And then at the end of the Clone Wars, in the Siege of Mandalore, her character was fully fledged out. And everyone fucking loves her so much. A character within the new, since Disney acquired it, that people love is Jyn Erso. Rogue One is the best movie out of all the new movies that Disney has released when it comes to the sequel trilogies and the two spin-offs. The Han Solo movie is terrible altogether, and I completely like to blank that out as much as possible. Rogue One was amazing, and the main character, Jyn Erso, was a great character. I fucking loved her character. I loved the actress, and I loved the character in that story as well. And then a character that Disney has completely retconned, gotten rid of now, since they brought in the sequels, was Mara Jade Skywalker. That's right. This character, now I have delved into like the extended universe of Star Wars, like Star Wars Legends, a little bit. Definitely not as much as a lot of other people have, but I've watched a lot of videos. I haven't really read like the actual comics, but I've watched a lot of videos on these characters. And I can tell you right now that Mara Jade Skywalker is one of the most beloved characters in the whole entire extended universe because her character and her character development is amazing. People fucking love her. The fact that she was like an assassin, a hidden assassin for the Emperor during the Empire's reign. And then after that, she goes ahead and goes from this Sith assassin to marrying Luke. And her storytelling and her entire story altogether is fucking amazing. So no, we don't hate female characters. We hate shit storytelling. That's what we hate. And I hate this quote as well. This is another quote that was within this article from IGN as well, is that my belief is that storytelling does need to be representative of all people. That's an easy decision for me. And I can already tell by this quote. Now, when it comes to diversity, if you want to add some diversity into like a story, that's absolutely great. But wanting to diversify things at the front of your mind is just saying that you are putting diversity in front of storytelling. Well, if that's the case, of course people aren't going to like it. I mean, this just goes to show, this quote right here just goes to show how right that South Park episode was, where Carmen dressed up as Kathleen Kennedy and kept telling everyone to put a chick in it, make it gay and lame.
There you are, Miss Kennedy, the linguine and clam sauce.
Excuse me, I believe I asked you to put a chick in this and make her gay.
Yes, the chef was a little confused what you meant by that.
Means put a chick in the linguine and make her fucking gay! And I want it lame!
This is what this is. That quote by her just goes to show that she does not give a shit. She knows nothing. Kathleen Kennedy, knows fuck all about the Star Wars fan base, knows fuck all about Star Wars altogether, knows nothing about storytelling whatsoever. And right now, like, in the past, I've been like, whatever, Kathleen Kennedy, I try not to pay attention. But you know what? She needs to get the ass. She needs to be gotten rid of. When you the head of a company, when you have this much power in a company and you don't know what your fan base actually wants, and you're putting words into the fan base mouth. Now, I can come out and say, like, yeah, there are probably some Star Wars fans who are this toxic and just hate these characters because they are women. Don't get me wrong. There's probably some out there, but it ain't the majority. No fucking way. It's the minority. You want to know what we care about? Good fucking storytelling. You want to know why we hate Rey? Because she was shit with the story. The storytelling for Rey was fucking horrible. We hate Holdo because that entire movie was terrible. We hate Snoke because it was a wasted character and he was terrible. We don't hate them. We don't hate Holdo and Rey because they're females. We don't hate the director and the creator of the new Acolyte show because there's potential of there being women in the show. No, if the show's shit, we're going to hate it. If the show has really good storytelling and turns out to be great, we're going to fucking love it. We're going to be like, hey, the creator, the writer, she did a really great job. If not, she's going to be shit. We're going to fucking give it to her. People are going to give it to her because the show's bad. Not because she's a fucking woman. Just look at when the prequels were first released. You want to know who got the most shit out of all the prequels? Hayden Christensen. His name was run through the fucking mud. People hated him for years. Years and years and years. People could not stand Hayden Christensen. Even the guy, Jake Lloyd, who was the kid who played Anakin Skywalker in The Phantom Menace, he went down such a dark path because of the amount of shit that he copped. So you saying that it's just because they are women is absolute fucking cop-out. An absolute cop-out and such bullshit. You are just projecting in every way fucking possible. We Star Wars fans don't hate these characters because they're women. We hate because there's shit storytelling and shit character development. All we want is good stories told. That's it. Because we grew up with this franchise. I remember when I was like 4 years old, my mum used to put me in front of the TV and me and my brother used to just watch Star Wars on repeat. Every single one of them. From the prequels to the original trilogy. We used to watch them on repeat. So when I grow up, I want these movies to keep on going. And I want them to have good fucking storytelling in them. That's all I want. That's all we want. We don't give a fuck if there's a woman in it. I don't care if there's a transsexual black woman who's identifying as some pronoun that I've never heard in my goddamn life. All I care about is the storytelling good? That's all I give a fucking shit about. That's all anyone really, really cares about. Because when it comes to diversity, no one cares if the storytelling is good. They only care about diversity when it's bad. That's the only time. But I'd like to hear what you guys have to think about this down below. I think Kathleen Kennedy needs to get the fucking ass. They need to get her the hell out of Lucasfilms. Fucking ASAP. Put Dave Filoni at the head of Lucasfilms. Dave Filoni needs to get promoted. I know he got promoted not too long ago, like a couple years ago, but he needs to get promoted to the head of Lucasfilms. Retcon the entire sequel trilogy. Let Dave Filoni do fucking everything. He's the only man who really knows about the Star Wars. Kathleen Kennedy doesn't know shit. But that's it from me, guys. Peace out.